Hey everyone, good morning. I wanted to take a minute to share a little bit of a personal experience as well as send you a little bit of encouragement. Yesterday was a really difficult day for me, and there were parts of the day that were really beautiful, and I was like, wow, just feeling great. And then I also had parts in the day where I was very avoidant is the word that I would use. There were things that I had on my to-do list that I had taken time off to focus on, and I couldn't do it. And I was frustrated and going through all the things in my mind, like, why do I not want to do this? What's going on with me? And a couple things occurred. One, we are in this incredibly unique situation where we don't have control, like, at all about what's going on around us. And we usually don't, but at least we follow a pattern or a routine, and we can fight those moments of uncertainty with our routine and our usual avenues of pleasure or healthy outlets like exercise and meeting with people that give us a sense of relief, if you will. But now that we're in this situation where our jobs are impacted and maybe we're not going to work anymore, or, we used to go to the studio, now we can't go to the studio and we don't have a pole at home. Or we used to go out and have a glass of wine or a cup of coffee with a friend, and now we can't really do that either. And we expect ourselves, I expect myself to be able to maintain this like strict regiment and get all this work done. But the reality is that somewhere in the back of my mind, I have a lot of uncertainty, like, well, this event was canceled and this one was canceled. And then what happens with my schedule and where does the income come from and blah, 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 blah. The mind just goes crazy. And so I had to take my plans and just put them on pause. I got outside more, I walked around, I shared what was going on in my head with a couple people, and they told me all the things that I already knew, but it was a beautiful reminder of, oh, right now there's so much going on that is unique that we've never faced before. So these little anxieties that we would normally have with life that we can deal with now, they seem much bigger. And I want to encourage you to be gentle with yourself. So if something doesn't feel right, just listen to that feeling and go for an extra walk. I think I walked 3 or 4 times yesterday. Or just go sit outside if you can, or sit in the sun or by a window or look outside and connect with nature. I also found that I was able to just meditate in short pockets. And whether you are a meditator or not, we all can take a few moments and take a few deep breaths and close our eyes and smile and connect to our hearts. So if you close your eyes and you take some breaths and you feel like the energy or the breath is coming through the heart, then you can open your heart and bring coherence to your heart and the rest of your body. And that feeling alone, even if it's only a couple breaths, can change your vibration and change your perspective. And it's just those few moments of self-compassion and self-love that can impact you greatly and help change your circumstances. And I was talking with someone about movement, and they wanted to know what I was doing to follow my movement practice and be motivated. And honestly, my movement practice has pretty much dissolved to no fault except my own. But I've been walking more and getting outside more. So there is a movement, there is movement practice, but it's just walking and feeling my body and connecting to that. And it's as simple as that. Yes, I'm teaching, but teaching is different than your personal practice. And the more that you can relax into this, and you don't have to like your situation, but to accept it as, embrace it as an opportunity that we don't often have. And yes, things are going to be challenging and difficult, and we have lots of questions, but if you can at least have a few moments of thinking about positive things, or at least just, I'm okay. You can even close your eyes and say to yourself, I am okay. You know, even moments like that, they help. They really, really help. And yesterday I had this anxiety, and I realized after a while that the anxiety was not my own. Yes, aspects of it were. But there's so much energy right now. There's a collective energy, and a lot of us go from being very aligned and vibrationally high, and then something triggers, and there's this sense of like, not despair, but anxiety. I don't know how else to describe it. And it after a while, it felt like a collective anxiety. Like I was able to pick up, or we are able to pick up on the vibration that's around us. And a lot of people are struggling right now. And so just remember that through these tough times, a lot of the energy that we feel, yes, is our own, but a very powerful universal energy is around us as well. And so when you have those moments where you're like, why am I feeling this way? Maybe pause and remember that maybe it's not yours. And well, it's yours and that we're all connected, but that maybe you're picking up on energy that's around you, whether it's in your personal home with your family, or the collective around you in terms of like your neighborhood or your state, or even globally as well. So hang in there, guys. Tomorrow I have a free class, free community class. It's 30 minutes. It's a little bit about mindfulness and a little bit of flow, a little Tai Chi inspired flow, and just get us up and moving. And it's my gift to you all, and to share what's been helping me a little bit through these crazy times. Thank you all for following me and liking posts and reading and sharing, and be kind and gentle and loving to yourself. Have compassion on yourself and those who are around us. Some people are managing okay. Some people are really struggling, and we're not out of this yet, and I don't think we're even close to out of this yet. So focus on the small positive things that you can, even if it's just looking at a plant in your home and thinking, wow, that's beautiful, and taking time to pay attention to the plant and thank the plant for being here, and have a look out your window and look at the birds or the scenery, or think of a friend in your mind and wish them well and send them a virtual hug. And maybe just take a few moments to close your eyes and take a few breaths, breathing in through your heart and smiling and saying to yourself and knowing that this is all going to be okay, and that this too shall pass. But I'm sending you all love. Big loves.